Welcome to Something Artsy. I'm Tom Kaler, part of State Street Theater here. And this is brought to you in conjunction with NewCat, which films this segment every month. And we want to thank you for your supporting the arts in our community. And we have financial support from Prairie Lakes Art Council. Without their generous support, this program would not be possible. I'd like to welcome our first guest. It's Leah Peckrett of Sweet Haven Tonics. Is that correct?
Peckrell, yeah.
Peckrell. They've got it wrong. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, what have you got coming up? I heard that there is a salsa dance class coming.
Yeah, it's something that we're trying for the first time. There's a great new company in Sleepy Eye called Flow Dance Studio, and they are going to be hosting a salsa dance class. So it's $10 a person. You can purchase tickets, I believe, online on my website, or just show up at the door, and it's $10 a person.
Now, if you have a couple that wants to come and their partner doesn't,
which I could see happening.
You have some way of getting support partners for them.
Yes, you don't have to come with a partner. You just have to come ready to dance and have fun.
That sounds good. Now, also, I heard that you have something on a wine tasting.
Yeah, we have someone coming in from Adventurous Sips, and we are going to do a wine tasting class. So it's something that I'm excited about. It should be fun to try different wines. I'm more of a cocktail person, and so for me to learn and pick up on the different notes of what's in wines, I think it'll be a really fun experience.
And that is, I see, Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 4. What's the cost on that?
So it is, I believe it's $35.
Okay.
You get charcuterie board, and they're going to go through 5 different wines. And so it'll be an hour to 2 hours long, and should be a fun way to learn about, for myself, something new.
Okay. Now, you know, they're going to focus on one type of time. You said what type of wine? They're going to have a variety. You said 5 different. Huh?
Yeah, so there'll be a range of wines. I think they're going to focus kind of on springtime wines, so maybe not those heavy Cabernets, but something that's sippable for spring and summer.
Sounds good. Now, also, you've got music coming up. You've got Live with Joe Weckworth, and that's Saturday, April 19th from 7 to 9. Is there a cover charge for that?
No cover charge, just come in. We want to provide live music at least once a month. So this month it's Joe. He's been there before, always has a great crowd, and he does like folk singer-songwriter Americana music.
Okay.
He's very, very good.
Covers or originals or?
I think he does a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And now, the fun one that sounds good, you have a paint and sip class. It's to be determined, you said. Now, what goes on there? I can't paint anyway. I could see me with some wine inside of me or something.
Right. Well, maybe the more you sip, the more confident you'll become in your painting abilities. But we have some really talented artists in the basement of Sweet Haven called Sweet Haven Studio. So one of them, Faith Belt, is going to be hosting this paint and sip class. So obviously you're at Sweet Haven, so lots of great things to sip. And she's going to take you through, it'll be, I think, like an hour and a half or so. And she's going to teach some painting skills. And then what I like about this, a lot of other paint and sip classes, they say, here's what you're painting. Yeah. Just paint that. And if you want to do that, you can. She'll take you through one piece. But she'll also give a lot of creative license to paint a variety of things. And so we're excited. She's going to share with me the piece that she's doing. I think it'll be some sort of trees and landscape, which I think will be fun. And she'll teach us something about painting. And
my talent runs on the idea where there's little numbers in there, and you
I like
fill
those
in too.
I like those too.
That's about it for me on painting. Anything else coming up that you can think of?
Let me just check here. We still have trivia. So the second and fourth Tuesday of every month we have trivia, and it's a good time. Usually we have around 10 teams that come in. I've been told we have great prizes. So first place prize is a $50 gift card and any Sweet Haven. So up to an $85 prize for first place.
Wow.
Second prize is $25 in Sweet Haven, and then third place, you get some great Sweet Haven.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Generally, you get a lot of teams doing this. Huh?
Yeah, it's really fun, and the teams can be, we've had one-person teams, we've had larger teams, but just come with your friends or, meet some people
Is this
there.
general trivia, kind of any topic that you can think of?
Yeah,
Those are
so
always fun.
usually there's some pop culture, there's some music things in there, but then there's also things like history or geography or zoology, different, each round usually has a different topic with it. So if you really are not great at pop culture, you can make up some ground later on.
Is there a cost for that?
No cost, just come and
Free
play.
again. All
Yeah.
right. Now, location. Where exactly are you?
So Sweet Haven is downtown New Ulm. It is in the old Herberger's building. So 116 North Minnesota Street,
Okay.
right in the middle of that block. We're open Monday through Thursday from 4 until 9. And then Friday we're open from 4 until 11. And Saturday we open up a little earlier for those daytime shoppers, and we're open from 1 until 11.
Okay, great. Webpage?
SweetHavenTonics.com. That's where you can buy tonics, and you'll also see all these events that we're doing if they're ticketed. That's where you can purchase tickets ahead of time. But the dance that we talked about, the paint and sip, if you forget to buy your tickets and just show up, I'm sure we can find a spot for you.
All right, sounds good. So, folks, sounds like they are having a great time and a lot of things to do at Sweet Havens this coming month. Stop over. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to Something Artsy. My next guest is Kara, and how do you pronounce your last name? I'm going to...
Knopf.
Knopf. I don't know if the K is silent or I'm German and I still mess it up. Kara is basically in charge of CAST, and that stands for?
Community and Seniors Together.
Right.
So we basically shorten it to the CAST Senior Center.
Okay. And I'm a repeat offender over there. I come
Absolutely.
to a lot of the things. Now, you're busy with just routine things that happen every week. You have Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, a program going on different every day. What's coming up in April?
A lot.
Yes.
Well, we have started two new things, or are starting two new things. The greeting card recycling is coming back. We had ladies who were working on that at home, but now we have a group that's working on it in the center. And what they do is we take donations of new or used greeting cards, and they recycle them into new cards, and we sell them for 50 cents a piece, which is a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
And all those funds go to help finance CAST. So that group is now meeting Mondays, April 14th and 28th at 10 a.m. in room 111, and anyone's welcome to join us. It's just kind of a fun social hour, the craft project type thing. And then we're also starting an Alzheimer's support group. This is new for us. It's going to start April 8th, which is a Tuesday morning at 10:30. It's going to go from 10:30 to 12. That'll be once a month.
Okay.
Facilitated by Carla Hansel. Anyone is welcome to join, like I said. Friends in the Kitchen, of course, we always have. That's our cooking class. It's the second Wednesday of every month, so that will be Wednesday, April 9th. That's Renee Retzloff is our chef.
Say Renee's still there.
You bet. We also have our Friday movie matinees, which I know that you'd like to attend.
Yep.
And we've got a great choice. For the year, each month is a different decade. So we're going up and up and up, and the 60s are April. And so what we've got on tap is Midnight Lace, Move Over Darling, The Odd Couple, and Send Me No Flowers.
Now,
Three of which are Doris Day's.
Yeah, when Leroy was here, I said she almost hit the ballpark with Doris Day, but then she threw in The Odd Couple. So,
It just happened to be that they are Doris Day movies, but they're all excellent.
Yeah.
So, and those are free, and they're 1 o'clock every Friday in the downstairs meeting room at the library.
I'm not familiar with Midnight Lace. The other ones I've seen, so
Yeah.
that will be interesting.
It's good. It's one of Doris Day's only non-humorous roles.
Yeah.
It's a very serious role.
Wow.
It's kind of a scary movie, but it's very good. So we do the Friday movie matinees. Mondays and Thursdays we have hand and foot cards
Okay.
in what we call the computer room, which is room 109. I've never played it, but the ladies who do love it.
Okay.
And they're always looking for new members to join.
Never heard of it, but
I guess it's kind of like whist,
Okay.
kind of like Canasta. We do offer the senior driving discount courses, and we do have one coming up March 31st, which is full, and then April 14th will be our next class. There are still a few openings in there. Otherwise, we have May 12th, June 23rd. It's about every 6 weeks all year long.
And it is a big discount on your insurance
Yep.
when you take it. So
Yep,
yes.
10% off your car insurance for 3 years. It's a 4-hour class, and it's very popular.
Right.
We've got a great instructor. His name is Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's ongoing, and please call and register for that one. So,
Yep, there you go.
our educational programs are very popular. For April, we have coming up 4 very different things. Sarah Sweeney from the Brown County Historical Society will be over on April 3rd to do Disasters of Brown County, talking about the floods, the tornadoes,
Fires.
the
everything else,
grasshopper
yeah.
plague, things like that. That will be very, very good. And then on the next week, on the next Thursday, is Impact of Invasive Species. This is Jordy Veit. He's a New Ulmite, and he's got a master's degree in science. He came in January, and he'll be coming back to talk about how invasive species are affecting climate change.
Right.
What's going on with that. The third week, the CAST Board of Directors is actually taking a little field trip. We're going over to St. Peter to check out their senior expo. And get some ideas of how they run it and take away some good things, maybe what not to do. And we're going to bring those ideas back to New Ulm. So, and anyone is welcome to join us. It doesn't have to be just the board. And then the fourth week, we are going to the Sleepy Eye Event Center in the evening, on a Wednesday evening, for an evening with William Kent Kruger, very popular
I've read
author.
some of his stuff.
Yes, I have too. And so we'll be doing that.
A lot of Minnesota involved in that, so yeah.
Yeah, he bases his stories in Minnesota. And he's interesting to listen to. It's a lot of fun. So, and then we have our documentary programs.
I love those.
Yes, you do. We used to call them virtual programs, but someone said that name was confusing. And they really are documentaries. They're pre-recorded lectures by professors from all over the country and some other sources too. And in April we have 5, because there's 5 Tuesdays.
Okay.
Every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. They are free. We have Inventing Broadcasting, the Early History of Radio, is on Tuesday, April 1st, which should be really good. And then April 8th, All That Glitters, the History of the California Gold Rush. The 15th is the National Parks in American History, Vistas of Democracy. And then the 22nd of April is Chernobyl, Causes and Consequences of the World's Nuclear Disaster. And then we go back to music, go back to the arts on the 29th, The Musical Genius of Mozart. So we kind of cover a lot of different bases with those.
Between your 1-hour universities and the other programs that
Yeah.
you have, they are very interesting.
Well, thank you.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
I enjoy those.
Yep, and I try to get something from the arts, and then something from history, and then something from music, and then science. It really varies.
And a lot of the people that come and see it, very interesting. There's a lot of good talk about it afterwards. And it gets very interesting. So
It is.
We've got a great group of people that do show up there.
Yeah, it's fun to share all the different thoughts, and everyone is welcome. It's free. It's at 1 o'clock. We showed a program on Norman Rockwell.
That was excellent.
This Tuesday, it was excellent, and about half the group was new that I'd never seen before.
Yes.
So they're always welcome to come.
Yep. And we
Yeah.
learned a lot on that. It was
I knew
amazing.
nothing about him.
You really. We were going to be out on the East Coast, and we're going to stop in Stockbridge on the way. We had no thought of it. We're going to stop there.
Very talented artist.
Yeah,
And I had no idea that he painted through the 70s. I had no idea.
Man was a genius.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
He was. And then we also have, of course, bingo.
Yep.
It's every Wednesday at 1:30. That's very popular. And then we have Sheephead, and we have 500, we have bridge.
And you have cribbage.
Oh,
And
cribbage.
I
I
still
almost
have to
missed
get
cribbage.
there. Yes, I've just learned the game. I do have to get in
Yep.
there. so-
Cribbage is Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So we have a lot going on. And we do have a Facebook page. And we do have
Yeah, okay.
It's CAST, you know.
Cast.
And then Community and Seniors Together is one big long word, is our website.
Okay.
Everything is on there. Or just give us a call.
And you're located?
We are located in the New Ulm Community Center at 600 North German. And our phone is 507-354-3212. And just give us a call, leave a message, and we'll call you back if you have questions.
And you're still doing the lunches?
Still doing the lunches. They are through Lutheran Social Services.
Okay.
So it's actually a separate entity from CAST, but we partner really well together. They do the senior dining in-house, or you can do Meals on Wheels and have them delivered also.
Right.
So, and that's a really good program.
Kara, you're keeping a lot of people busy, that's for sure.
And it keeps me busy too, but I love it.
Yeah, I know you do. You always have such a great spirit about you. Well,
Thank you.
I thank you for coming, and I hope to see you again soon.
Okay, Thanks for
this
having
afternoon,
me.
but
There
we'll
you go.
see.
Okay.
Welcome back to Something Artsy, and my next guest I know well because we don't have far to go. This is our realm. Janice Olson. Janice, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Again, you didn't have far to come.
No,
Okay,
just
tell
down
us.
the hall.
We got a play coming up. You've
do.
got some self-interest in there too. You told me today your father is doing the set work on it.
He is.
What's the play about?
Yeah, the play is called A Murder is Announced. It's a classic Agatha Christie
Love 'em.
show. I know, can't go wrong, right? So if you're not familiar with Agatha Christie, she's a classic like whodunit mystery writer. And the cast and crew have been working so hard putting this together. And it's going to be a really good show. So you're just going to be like guessing who the killer is right up till the end.
I do that with her books. I always try to figure out the ending and
I
always
know.
get wrong.
Right?
Anyway, now, what are the dates for this?
Yeah, so that's going to be in April, April 11th and 12th, which is Friday and Saturday, both at 7 p.m. And then we have a Sunday matinee at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can you get tickets?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, statestreetnewulm.org, or you can stop by the box office and visit probably me
Yep.
Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
Or if you want to give us a call at 507-359-9990, and we can help you right over the phone.
Okay. Now, we know this building needs a lot of help. It needs
Yeah.
a lot of work. There are opportunities to volunteer for it. How do they get a hold of people to do it?
Yeah, so the best way to get a hold of us for volunteer work would probably be to either send us an email, info@statestreetnewulm.org. You can give us a call too, again, at 507-359-9990. Also, we have some positions available for all of our events because we can't put on any event without volunteers.
No.
So if you like to usher or do ticket sales or concessions,
Want to learn tech?
yeah, we do need some more tech people.
Yes,
That would
we
be
do.
wonderful. Yes,
Yep.
that's a fun position.
It is. It's a fun
Yeah.
time, but yeah.
Yeah, we could add to the crew there. That'd be great.
They are always looking for new talent, new
Yes.
actors. Please, if
Yeah.
you have any inkling to get involved, please contact us here.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let me see what I have on mine. Okay, what's coming up after the play?
Yeah, so a little later on in April, we have a super unique show. It's going to be a combination of two bands.
I told her I'd help her with this.
Yeah, I'm not
Those
German,
of you in
so.
town know the music. We have had Alpenstern here in many different venues. They are going to be here with Los Redebles, I believe it
Yes.
is called, and it's called A Tale of Two Accordions.
Yeah.
Two different ways of playing it.
That's right. Very good. Yeah. So Alpenstern will be in German and English, and then Los Rebeldes will be in Spanish and English.
Right.
So they're going to be kind of combining their music and culture with like a modern twist on both of their styles. So that's going to be a really fun show. That's
I've
on.
heard Jim play his with Alpenstern many times. I am just interested how these two are going to meld together.
I know.
It'll be really great.
It's going to be fascinating.
Yep.
Yeah. That's going to be on Sunday, April 27th at 2 p.m.
Okay, and tickets again available at Same venues?
StateStreetNewUlm.org or the box office Monday through Friday, 9 to noon. Or
what is the
give us
cost
a
on
call.
that?
That one should be probably $31.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty.
Yep.
Good. Anything else that we have coming up?
Oh gosh, keep an eye on our website. We're always adding events and fun stuff.
And John did mention the big one coming up this fall. We'll be on this stage with Los Lobos.
That's right.
From California. Great venue.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, folks, place is open a lot. Come in, please. Volunteer.
Yeah.
Give us some help. We love this place, and we want to continue seeing it grow, correct?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. It's a fun group here. So
It is. It really
come
is.
join us. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
You
thanks
don't
for
have
having
far to
me.
go back.
I
either.
do not. Just a quick walk.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back to Something Artsy. Generally, in the beginning of the program, I always give a thank you. And the thank you I get is for getting financial report from Prairie Lakes Arts Council. With me now is Anna Pollock, and we have
Pam Trumbull.
Pam Trumbull from Prairie Lakes Arts Council. Thank you very much for coming. What is the council? What can you tell me about it?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us. So Prairie Lakes Regional Arts Council, we're one of 11 regional arts councils in the state, and we're funded by the Legacy Amendment. If you remember, back in 2008, voters in Minnesota voted that in, and so we're funded partially by the Legacy Amendment, by a state general appropriation, and also by the McKnight Foundation. And our purpose is to make sure those dollars go back out into our community, which is the 9-county region, and we're excited that we're able to give back to New Ulm as well.
Okay, so full disclosure.
Yes.
Program is subsidized our program is subsidized by funding received by Prairie Lakes Council. We thank you again, like I said. Now, it's an application process that we go through to get the funds. When is the next application? When does it open? What's the deadline?
Yeah, so we're approaching the end of our current fiscal year. So our last deadline until July, when we open our fiscal year back up, our last deadline is April 1st. And that's both for small arts projects, for organizations who have an arts activity that they're trying to fund, or any organization that's trying to fund an arts activity. And we also have an artist career grant that's $1,500 that individuals can apply for to receive funds for projects.
Okay, how do they get the application? Where can they go to find it?
The best place is to head to our website. It's plrac.org. All of our grant programs are listed there on their own pages, and you can make an account and on our online system and get ready to go. And if you have any questions, all of our contact information is on our website also.
Okay. So this, if a person has a question, doesn't know if they can fill the criteria, they can get answers there, or they can contact you also. Correct?
Absolutely.
All right, good. Now, New Ulm so far, fiscal 24, who have we had to get some things from?
Do you want to talk? We have lots of it. We have all the grants kind of right in front of us, too.
Okay,
We've been
good.
able to fund quite a bit.
Yep. So in our current fiscal year, so far we've given out $52,000 to 9 different organizations in the city of New Ulm.
Wow.
And we also offer youth scholarships to students once a year. And this past deadline was in November. And we had 20 students from New Ulm apply, and we awarded $8,200.
Wow,
Yeah, a little over $60,000 goes right back to New Ulm from Prairie Lakes.
that is great. That is great. Where do the funds come from?
Yes, yeah, great question. I spoke a little about this in the beginning, but to the more nitty gritty. So the Legacy Amendment is funded through a sales tax in Minnesota, and that's a 3/8 on the cent of a dollar. So all those breaking down into small fractions all adds up to this Legacy Fund. It gets split up into 4 different pillars: clean water, clean air, parks and trails, and then arts and culture. And so from that, the State Arts Board gets a majority of that funding. About 70% of the grants and services come from that fund. And then 30% goes to those 11 arts councils across the state, and we're one of them. And so we're able to give out roughly about $600,000 a year, which is, so great. Again, it's by the taxpayers, it's by Minnesota. We have a really phenomenal system here set up for arts funding. So we get funding from that, the general appropriation, which also comes from tax dollars, and then the McKnight Foundation, which funds our artist grants. So that's where the funds come from. Yeah.
I can tell you, I've been with this organization for a few years now, and without you, we wouldn't be able to put on much of the programming that we do, and so we do thank you from the bottom
We're
of our
so
heart.
lucky in Minnesota.
Yeah.
We are so lucky in Minnesota.
And just this town, having this show, you can see what is going on in the art world here, and it's so diverse. It's just fun to be part of it. It really is. So, anything else you need to talk about?
I don't think so. We have some new programs that we are, they're going live in June, and so people can start applying for those grants for the next fiscal year that starts in July.
Okay.
So there's some new grants for organizations and artists coming up, and you can find all that information on our website, and in June those applications will go live. So we're excited to fund this
And
next year.
The website again
Yes, plrac.org.
is very easy to remember.
Yeah.
Our initials.
Yes.
Well, I thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure, and again, it's always fun to have you here, and welcome back to the theater when we're doing things.
Yes,
too.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful in here. Thank you.
We've done work. All right. All right, welcome back to something artsy. I had to figure out where I was. My next guest is from Pro Kinship, and it's Carrie Barron. Carrie, welcome. What can you tell me about Pro Kinship?
Well, thank you for having me. Pro Kinship for Kids is a youth mentoring program here in Brown County. So we serve all of Brown County, New Ulm, Sleepy Eye, Springfield. We have kids from across the county. And we're really about mentoring.
Okay.
That's what we are. And a lot of times people ask me that question.
Now, what is the time commitment involved with doing this?
Doing Pro Kinships, we ask for a minimum of 4 hours a month when you mentor a child. So that could be an hour a week or 2 hours twice a month. So we don't ask for a big commitment, but a consistent commitment.
Now, if people are interested in mentoring something, how do they go about getting in touch with you? What is the process to become a mentor?
Yep, to get involved with being a mentor for a child, you need to complete an application, and you can do that one of two ways. You can go to our website, which is just www.prokinship.org,
Okay.
and the application is online to be a mentor, or you can give me a call, and that at our office, and you can get an application mailed to you.
Okay, where is your office located?
Our office is here in New Ulm, in the lower level of Our Savior's Lutheran Church.
I know that well. All right, that's why I asked. And that is on the south side of town. It's on South State.
1400.
1400, yes, correct. All right, now, there is such a thing that I heard of group mentoring. What does that entail? What is involved with that?
Group mentoring is actually what we do after school with kids. So we have a group of kids that want to come in that potentially are needing help with socialization skills. So how do I be part of the group? How do I make friends? How do I increase my self-esteem? Because there are a lot of the really shy kids. And so we do group activities with them to build their self-esteem and their self-confidence.
What kind of activities are involved in that?
In our activities, we do a lot of crafts with the kids, so letting them express themselves by doing different crafts. We also do some life skills training with them, so like this month we're doing some conflict resolution work with them. And we also do things like finances or healthy eating and that kind of stuff with the kids.
Okay, wow. When mentors and the children get together, what kind of activities generally do you find them doing?
The mentors can do really, and the kids, whatever both of them like to do. So if you're the guy who likes to hang out in the garage and tinker underneath that hood, I got the little boys who'd love to be there saying, ooh, what's that? How do we do this? If you're that guy that likes to go fishing, we've got the kids that would love to go along in that boat or doing that and learn about fishing. We have the little girls that just love to hang out with somebody in a kitchen. I've got a few that said they would like to learn how to bake cookies and pies and things like that. So it's really what makes you happy, and you share that with the kid. And
now, is it usually involved with a single person, or say there's a brother and sister? If you have like a husband and wife team, can you mentor like two kids together? Or?
You actually can with Pro Kinship for Kids. If you have, and that if you are a husband and wife and want to mentor two kids, they could even be kids from the same family or from different families. You are welcome to do that. You are also, as a husband and wife, willing, and that can just mentor one child if you want. So you can do it as a couple. We also allow family mentoring. So if you have a whole family that wants to mentor another family, I can match that too.
Excellent. Boy, it looks like you've got everything going there. What is the age range of the children, really, at this time?
Our kids are from kindergarten to 9th grade for the most part that we match with mentors. So they could be the little kids, they can be the older kids. We tend to match them, like I say, only kindergarten through 9th grade, because once they get to be 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, being matched with somebody else isn't necessarily what I want to do. I want to be with my peers, I want to be with my friends.
Right.
But if there's a kid that really wants to be matched, if there's a real interest for that child in a 10th, 11th, and 12th grade to be matched to somebody, I have done that too, because in that one I've chatted with the kid, they're saying, yeah, I really need somebody in that, somebody that I can talk to, and if they're really interested, I will match them in that 10th, 11th, and 12th grade even.
And vice versa, if you got a person or a couple that isn't really comfortable with one age group, but rather work with another, you try to match them that way too.
Yep,
Yeah.
we try to match them that way. They can tell me if they want the little kids or the older kids, or and that's, so yeah, we match them that way. A lot of times once they get matched though, if they're even that person that says, you know, I'd like kind of that middle-aged
Yeah.
kid, once they get attached to that child and that child becomes part of their family, they'll just continue to follow them through the time that they graduate
Right.
from high school and that, because the kid becomes part of your life,
Right.
part of your family.
Well, it is a commitment, but it sounds like it's a very, very worthwhile commitment. And I thank you for the work that you do. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
If you are out and about, you know, Easter is coming. So on April 14th, we do have an event on April 14th down at Pizza Ranch here in New Ulm. And you can get pictures taken with the Easter bunnies.
Oh.
So we're doing a little bit for Easter that way. You can come down. It is a tip night for us, so you can eat, and part of the money comes to us from your eating. But we have the Easter bunny there in the party room, so you can have pictures as an individual, as a family, however you would want. So come on down on April 14th, and that from 5 to 7:30.
Sounds great, folks. Great organization. Think about it, please. And I thank you for coming and spending a little time with us here at State Street Theater.
Thank you for having us.
Great. Welcome back to Something Artsy. With me now is Leroy Harris. He is with New Ulm Public Library, constantly there. Let's start from the youngest to oldest, children's programming. What's
Sure
going
thing,
on?
Tom. So for April, we've got lots of great kids programming. I'll start with our regular programs. So we'll be finishing up our spring story time season. So that'll run through the end of April. So that's every Monday morning at 10:30. You come in for about a half hour with stories and songs. It's a great time. Our pajama party story time, Wednesday evenings at 6:30. Same deal, but a bit more focused on helping to relax before bedtime. No guarantees, but you know, they can come in pajamas. Parents can come in pajamas too. We've had that happen.
Yeah, believe it.
Bring you know, favorite stuffed animal, snuggly blanket, and come and enjoy some bedtime stories and songs there. So that's Wednesday evenings at 6:30. We've got our 2 video game clubs for the kids, so those happen once a month. The junior video game club, which is for 2nd through 5th grade, that's going to be after school on Tuesday, April 8th. So that's at 3:30 in the afternoon after school. Come on down, make some friends, play some Nintendo Switch games, eat some snacks, and teach Miss Catherine how to play. And then the Teen Video Gaming Club, which is for 6th through 12th grade, that happens on a Saturday once a month. And so that's going to be on Saturday, April 12th. And they meet in the afternoon at 2 o'clock for about an hour and a half again. Play some games, eat some snacks, teach Miss Catherine, have a great time. We've got our 2 monthly STEM activities that we do, so science, technology, engineering, and math, and art as well, so sometimes people use the acronym STEAM. So for the kindergarten and 1st grade crowd, we've got our Creative Kids program, and that's going to be on Thursday, April 10th after school at 3:30 in the afternoon. And then our program for 2nd through 5th grade, Wacky Wonders, that's going to be the following Thursday, April 17th, after school at 3:30. And for those 2 programs, you do need to register for those because Miss Catherine has to make sure she has enough supplies and space and all that. And so you can register at the library, stop in at the children's desk or the main front desk there. You can call the library, 507-359-8331, or you can also register online. Go to newulmlibrary.org, click on events, and then go to the date and find the program, and there should be a link to register right there.
Excellent.
We have a couple more programs for kids that require registration, and those are our sensory playtimes.
Okay.
So for parents with children with sensory issues, and there's no specific age restriction on that. We have one that happens in the evening for parents that, that's a good time for them. And then we also have one that happens in the morning. So our morning sensory playtime is going to be on Tuesday, April 24th at 10 o'clock in the morning. Lasts for about a half hour. There's a story, a couple calm songs, and then the kids get to play with sensory toys and engage with those things. The evening sensory playtime is going to be the following Tuesday. No, that can't be right. I'm feeling like those dates don't quite match up.
Oh, well.
April 29th, at any rate, at 6 o'clock in the evening. And so, you do need to register for those because, for children that have sensory issues, you don't want a big crowd.
Right.
And so there's a limit on how many people can attend. Outside of those, we've got our monthly special story time, which happens on Friday. So that's going to be Friday, April 25th. Okay, there's where the problem was. So the sensory playtime is going to be on Thursday, April 24th. And then the evening sensory playtime is the following Tuesday.
All right.
But the special story time, Friday, 25th at 10 o'clock. So stories, songs, but then also a craft that goes with the theme of the story time. So you can come and do that. We've got our monthly no school movie day for kids, and that's usually on a Friday when the public school district has off of school. So that's going to be Friday, April 18th. Meet at 2 o'clock in the children's room. This April, they're going to be watching How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
You can bring a water bottle, and we'll have popcorn.
Great.
So come in and watch a movie with the kids there. Then our big special program for April is the Mankato Symphony Orchestra is going to be coming. That's going to be on Saturday, April 26th. They're going to be doing a performance at 10 o'clock in the morning, a program called See, Hear, Play Music. And so it's going to try to show the fun and the joy of classical music. It's going to feature storytelling and a special reading of a cello named Pablo by the author and guest cellist Amit Paled. So look forward to that. Mankato Symphony Orchestra at the Newham Public Library on Saturday, April 26th at 10 o'clock in the morning.
I wonder how he got that name for the cello. Anyway, that is going to be at the library with the symphony? Wow.
Yep, they'll be down in our meeting room. So
Wow, excellent.
that's a fun setup when they come.
Wow, you've got a lot going around with children. What about adults?
So we've got all of our great regular adult programs going on. I'll start with the movie side of things.
Right.
So every Friday afternoons at 1 o'clock, we have our senior movie matinees down in the meeting room.
We'll be talking with Kara about that, yes.
Okay, great, yeah. And so we're working our way through the decades. We're going to be at the 1960s in April. So Friday, April 4th, we got Midnight Lace. And then the 11th, Move Over, Darling. And then the following week, The Odd Couple. And then the last Friday in April, we're going to have Send Me No Flowers.
She had a Doris Day thing going, except for Odd Couple. I don't know how she threw that through, but I'll ask her about that.
Yeah, you should. Newham Film Society is going to be wrapping up their America at War film series with their 6th film. They meet once a month on the second Tuesday, so that's going to be Tuesday, April 8th at 6:30 in the evening. And they're going to be watching The Thin Red Line from 1998. And that one's a little bit longer run. A lot of the war movies are a little bit longer. Not as long as Gettysburg,
right?
But it's still over 2.5 hours long. So we will have an intermission, and of course we'll have refreshments as well.
Steve and Clay always have something interesting going on there.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
It's great. So that does it for films. Next, I guess that we can talk about our art and craft groups. So we have our Knippling group, the traditional Bohemian bobbin lace weaving. If that's a mouthful, if you want to know more, come and watch them do it. Tuesday afternoons from 1 to 3, down in our adult fiction section, they gather and practice and work on their projects. So come and see this great cultural art that is being preserved. You can come and ask questions. If you want to learn how to get started, you can do that. It's not a class by any means, but come and see. They're always happy to have people there. And then we have our general needleworking group, and that meets Wednesday mornings, starting at 9:30 until about noon. You don't have to come right at 9:30. Anytime in there that works for your schedule. They meet up in our adult nonfiction area. All types of needlework welcome, and they're always having a great time.
Wow.
We hear laughter up there the whole time they're there, which is great.
You have a librarian that goes, shh.
No, no. Although at my last library, I did get a Nancy Pearl action figure with shushing action. So such a thing exists.
Yeah.
But so needleworking group Wednesday
Right.
mornings, and then there's our art group for two-dimensional arts. Wednesday afternoons they meet down in our meeting room from 1:30 to 3:30 Wednesday afternoons. Come and bring your project to work on. Have some space, some quiet, or socialize. Whatever you'd like to do, and so yeah, that's Wednesday afternoons from 1:30 to 3:30.
Wow.
Then we've got our book clubs, of course. So our Litwitz Book Club meets on the first Monday of each month usually, and so they'll be meeting on Monday, April 7th at 6:30 in the evening up in our Fred Johnson room, and they're going to be discussing Shelby Van Pelt's Remarkably Bright Creatures. It's a great novel that involves an octopus.
Okay.
And so it's a fun book. And then our History Book Club is going to be meeting on the third Tuesday of the month, so that's Tuesday, April 15th, and they meet at noon. And they're still going to be meeting at their winter retreat location over at the City Center Apartments,
Okay.
115 South Minnesota Street. And they're going to be discussing Healing Wounds by Diane Carlson Evans.
Okay.
So Kristen Hanna, a very popular author right now, has a book out called The Women, which is a fictionalized account of nurses serving in Vietnam. Diane Carlson Evans' book, Healing Wounds, is the real account. Okay. And so talking about, nonfiction, the actual women that were there and things that they dealt with.
Wow.
Then we've got our Mystery Book Club, and they usually meet on the last Monday of the month. So that's going to be Monday, April 28th at 6:30 in the evening. And they're going to be discussing Lauren Ling Brown's Society of Lies. So another kind of suspenseful thriller
Okay.
one. We try to balance it back and forth between intense and funny as
Yep.
much as we can. This month we're discussing a funny one. And so back to the thrillers we go. We've got the Minnesota Valley Civil War Roundtable, and they meet usually the same day as the History Book Club, the third Tuesday of the month. So that's going to be Tuesday, April 15th. They meet in the evening at 6:30, and we do a wide variety of things. This month, we just met earlier this week. We took a look at some great books from the collection of the Martin Luther College Library. That showcase primary source documents and sketches from the war. So
Wow.
diaries, letters, sketches from battlefield sketch artists that were there and trying to draw before photographing was done there, at the battle. Really fascinating
That
stuff.
is.
So, come down,
Wow.
join us. It's Tuesday, April 15th at 6:30 in the evening. And then we've got our Genealogy Club. They usually meet the third Thursday of the month, so that's Thursday, April 17th. And in April, we're doing another field trip. So we're going down to the Watonwan County Historical Society's Research Library,
Wow.
and that's in Medelia. It's at 423 Dill Avenue Southwest in Medelia, and we're going to go check out the research library and see the resources that they have related to doing family history and just in general as well. It'll be a great time. We're going to meet down there at 1:45 in the afternoon. So that's Thursday, April 17th at 1:45 at the Watonwan County Historical Society down in Medelia.
Okay.
So we're excited for that. So April is National Poetry Month.
Okay.
We don't have anything big planned this year, but look out for some fun activities around the library. But we do, of course, have our monthly poetry reading group. And so they meet on the second Monday of each month. So that's going to be Monday, April 14th at 6:30 in the evening. Bring a couple poems to share. Don't have to be your own. Usually they're not. Sometimes people bring their own, but most of the time people just bring poems they've read recently or old favorites. And we just share and talk about them, and it's a nice, calm, fun time there.
Now, for everything you have, do you recommend RSVPing? Can people drop in?
Most of our adult programs are just drop in when you're able to. If it's a class, usually we'll have some sort of registration for that. And we do have, I'm working on a Scandinavian folk art class later this summer, so that'll require registration.
All right.
But there's still more.
Oh, yeah. Now, simple thing. How can people get a library card?
That is a great question. So to get a library card, you just need, if you're an adult or if you're over 16, you need a photo ID and something that shows your current address.
All right.
And we do have the cards and information for people who want to register. If you live over in Nicollet County, we can help you get that card. If you live out in Sleepy Eye or in Hanska, we can also help you register there as well and get you your card. We work with them because people live in between towns and whatnot, and so yeah, you just need a photo ID, something that shows your current address. You fill out a one-page form, and you can be done in a couple minutes. And then you have access to all the great resources available at the library. And of course,
the surrounding system.
Oh
Really,
yes,
that's
quite.
great.
Yeah, we're part of the
That's
Traverse
vast.
Dessous Library Cooperative, and so your library card works at libraries in 9 counties.
Yep.
And we had patrons in the library this morning that came down from Le Sueur. We had patrons that come from all over.
Exactly. Now, I know it's kind of redundant, but where are you located for people that are just coming to town?
Sure. So if you want to find the New Ulm Public Library, if you're going on Highway 14 on Broadway, and the kind of right by the center of town, so where Center Street crosses Broadway, we're on the first block on the left if you're going north, or on the right as you're going south. We're across from the Brown County Historical Society.
With Amy, yes.
And so you can find us at 17 North Broadway, right there on the corner of First North and Broadway.
And how can people contact you if they have any questions?
Well, you can, of course, stop by the library. You can call the library again, 507-359-8331. We also have an online contact form. If you go onto the library's website, newulmlibrary.org, and go on the top menu, you can click and there's an online contact form that you can fill out, and it goes to our staff so that we can respond to you. You can also reach out to us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, and we have patrons that do that message us on Facebook asking questions. And so we have a variety of different ways that people can get a hold of us.
Now, many people don't know this, but you are the host of another new TV show that's been out, and we've done a bit of the filming here for it. Tell us about the Tales of the Town.
Sure. It's a great collaboration between NewCat, State Street Theater, Brown County Historical Society, and the library, where we're trying to showcase what makes New Ulm a unique place, because we have a rich history full of very colorful characters. And so we're pulling these episodes from New Ulm's history and kind of reenacting them. So we've done a couple episodes now. You can find them on NewCat's YouTube channel as well as the library's YouTube channel, and see about some of these episodes from New Ulm's past, this rich history that we have, ranging from the strange to the fascinating. And so we hope you enjoy those. As you mentioned, I am the narrator for those. So that's fun.
A little birdie told me the upcoming one is going to have to do something about prohibition, which is pretty strong in this town anyway.
This is a German town. It'll be great. So we're looking forward to putting together the third episode.
It sounds like it'll be entertaining.
It should be.
Again, I don't know when you sleep with all that you have going on at the library. That's amazing.
I regularly tell myself I need a clone. So.
Anyway, folks, you know where the library is? Head there. It's a vast resource for you. And Leroy, thank you for all you do, and thank you for coming.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you've got something else.
still
My
have more.
gosh. Wow.
So one more adult program to look forward to. We're very excited to have a psychologist, researcher, author, Chad Lewis, back at the library to present his new presentation on Midwest circus legends and lore. Fascinating topic. many circuses had their start here in the Midwest. And so he dives into circus history, but also the kind of the behind the scenes legends and circus lore that maybe people aren't so familiar with.
Wow.
Everything from ghost elephants to strange superstitions and practices in different circuses. So he's going to be here on Monday, April 21st at 6:30 in the evening, and we're very grateful that program is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. And so Monday, April 21st, 6:30 in the evening, come for Midwest Circus Legends and
Is
Lore
there a
with
cost
Chad
on
Lewis.
that, or?
Absolutely not.
All
no.
right.
Library programs, whenever possible, which is like 99% of the time, are free. Of course, we're still doing the United Way tax prep in our basement every Tuesday and
That's why
Thursday.
we're here today rather than
Yep.
in the studio. Yep.
They're taking up our space, but we're glad to do it because it's a service that's very appreciated in the community and very used. They're very busy, and so you want to make sure you get your appointment early. They have a dedicated phone line to set up appointments, and that's 507-276-3186. So make sure you call that. And then one other thing to look out for, last thing I promise, is in April is when National Library Week happens.
Okay.
And so that's the week of April 6th through the 12th. And so look out for a few things around the library during National Library Week.
Excellent. Folks, again, it's your resource. Use it. Thank you, Leroy, for coming.
Thanks for having me,
All
Tom.
right. Okay, I'd like to welcome my next guest from Chamber of Commerce. It's Sarah Warmka, correct? I pronounced
That's
it right?
right. You got
Okay.
it.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Okay, pretty well.
Yeah.
March, you had the Home and Show Career Expo. How did it go?
Yeah, well, at the time of this filming, we actually haven't had them yet, but
there we go.
are so ready to go and we are excited. And so hopefully by the time this airs, everyone will be like, oh yeah, those went great. But yes, the Career Expo. So that's something we put on every year. I think it's the 19th annual maybe this
Wow.
year. We are at the Civic Center, so grateful for Park and Rec for that partnership that they are letting us use that space for free. And we have currently, I think 60 some businesses that are signed up to
Wow.
come. And so they're all bringing interactive things, so they'll work with these students. We have 791 students coming. So
My
almost
gosh.
800 8th graders and 10th graders from around the area.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
It is. That is amazing.
And
Wow.
it's not a job fair. It's just a chance to expose these students to the different career opportunities that are in our region.
Wow.
So it's really just, open their eyes a little bit, get them thinking about what they maybe want to do someday.
Wow, that is big.
And it's all like interactive. So we've got MnDOT's bringing a snowplow. How cool is that? Big Ideas is bringing their big trailer
Yeah.
with simulators. Like the medical center will be there with like, first,
stands
just
and all
different,
that,
all
yeah.
the different
Wow.
things. Yeah, so lots of interactive things. The fire department's bringing a fire truck that they're going to bring inside the Civic Center. The police department, it's going to be a really fun time.
Now, the cost for this?
Well, it's nothing to the schools. For the businesses, it's free if they bring 25 prizes, because another part of this is that there's a game show side of it.
Oh, okay.
And so the 10th graders will be taking part in the game show where they have to answer career questions, and then they get a chance to win prizes. So for the businesses that donate the 25 prizes, it's free. Otherwise, it's $25, and that's really just to cover expenses of some printing, and then we provide lunch for all the vendors and things like
amazing.
that. So
That is
it's an
amazing.
amazing group of volunteers putting that
Wow.
together. So for
Unbelievable.
sure. And then the home show. Yes,
Yep.
the annual home show, right? We have that every year. It's the biggest fundraiser for the New Ulm Business and Retail Association.
It's amazing to see
Yeah.
you've got home show, farm show,
Yeah.
Joe's Camper.
Right.
You people are busy over there.
Well, and I will say the farm show and the camper show are not the chambers.
Right.
Those are, but they're amazing events
It
for our
is-
chamber,
it
for our
just
community.
is. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Now, tourism luncheon, and get ready
Yeah.
for tourism season. What is it?
Right. Well, so tourism is a huge deal in New Ulm, as of course everyone knows. It's a big part of our industry and our economy, and so we we use this opportunity to thank everyone who contributes to the tourism industry. So we've got restaurants and our retailers and all of our attractions and all the volunteers also that are involved with these attractions. And so we're invited, and State Street Theater too. And so hopefully you will come also. It's on April 17th.
Okay.
It's at Kaiserhof, and it's going to be a free lunch for everyone. Again,
Wow.
just as a thank you to everyone who's really contributing to make tourism so amazing in our community.
I also give tours at shows.
Yes, you do. That's right. I've had a tour out there with you before.
You should come.
Well, so that's exactly right. Then it's for people like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone who goes above and beyond to make our town
Most of the other
known.
tour guides tend towards the history.
Yeah.
I work there. I tend towards the
Sure.
technical a little bit. So
Yeah.
I like beer.
Every,
Anyway.
every tour I've had out there has been different. I've
It
learned
is.
something new every time.
It is. Every tour guide has their own way of doing things,
Yeah.
and it's interesting to see.
Yeah.
So, yep. All right. Now, new tourism books are available, correct?
They are, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, our 2025 guides. Yep, so those are ready. They're available currently at over 100 local businesses, or you can come to the chamber and get one. They're also online on our website at newulm.com. But yeah, that's an amazing collaboration we do with the journal, and it's all paid for by advertisers, so we don't pay anything for it. We get 35,000 of them. Besides locally, we mail them throughout the country, even a little bit internationally. We're trying to save on postage and give them the digital version. But sometimes we'll do that too. They're at the Mall of America, all the Welcome Center. I mean, they're all over.
Wow.
So they're ready, and we're proud of them. And so pick one up.
So yeah, who should they contact if they want to get one from you? Somebody coming in from out of town.
Yeah, so they can email chamber@newulm.com. They can go online at newulm.com. They can
Okay.
give us a call. 507-233-4300. They can just stop in. We're right downtown. So anyway, or there's kiosks also in the summer months. There's one outside the chamber. There's one at the Kaiserhof, or excuse me, the Glockenspiel, and then one up by Herman Heights.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So go on.
Yes. What's next?
Hype Happy Hour. What does HYPE stand for?
It stands for Helping Young Professionals Evolve.
Okay.
And so this is our young professionals group. So it's for anyone who is aged 21 through 40. And this year it's free to join. And there'll be a small registration or membership fee next year. But so they're having a happy hour on April 17th. It's at Black Frost Distilling.
Okay.
Everyone who RSVPs gets one free drink, and they'll have some snacks there as well. But it's really the point of it. This group has existed, and then it stopped during COVID, and so we just brought it back just like halfway through the last year. And so the point is really to help our employers with employee retention, right? Let's get these young professionals connected in our community, feeling invested, and hopefully then they'll stick around and not move on somewhere else.
Exactly. It's good to see growing like that. It's
Yeah,
just
well, and then
amazing.
they do, so every other time they have events every other month. So this one's a social one, and then 2 months after that they'll do a professional development one. So we're really trying to offer leadership training for these
Yeah.
professionals as well.
Training.
Yeah.
Chamber 101. I've heard of this.
Yes.
What is it? Who's invited? How do you get in on it?
Love it. Everyone's invited.
Okay.
It's free. We have it on generally the last day of the month quarterly. So our next one is, you have the date there? What is it?
April 29th is
29th
what I have,
at
yeah.
8 a.m. So really it's a chance for anyone who's thinking about joining the chamber, anyone who's interested in what are all the benefits that come with a chamber membership, how to utilize your membership. Every member has a listing on our website, newulm.com, and the website gets a lot of traffic, 40,000 page views every month. So it's a well-used site, and so all of our members that have membership directories listings on there, we really want to make sure that they know what all they can do and how they can keep it updated and get the most return on their investment. And then we talk about all the other things too, all the committees that the chamber has, and just the various things that we're doing.
I have so many people that say to me, this town is so busy all the time.
It's very
and it is.
busy.
It's kind of good to see that. Now, what's happening this summer? Still doing ride-ins, the car and bike ride-ins, the farmers markets. That's still going on.
All of that, exactly. Yes, so we're still doing the roll-ins.
Okay.
Last year it was on Fridays, and we got some feedback to try Saturdays this year.
Okay.
So we'll be doing them once a month, June through September, on Saturdays. That committee is just recently getting formed. Just this morning I heard as we're planning their first meeting where we're going to actually schedule out those dates. We have them tentatively, but it'll still be the same time frame where you starting at like 3 or 4-ish. So it'll be evening, hopefully like 4, so that our stores aren't concerned about no parking. So it's after a lot of those have closed, and yeah, it's just a great opportunity to invite people downtown, hang out, no cost or anything, and see the cool cars.
If somebody has
Yeah.
a bike or a car they want to show off,
Yeah.
how do you register?
Well, so last year we didn't have any registration at
Oh,
all.
really?
You just showed up. And so this year I think we're probably going to do the same,
Okay.
but we might be introducing, like, when you get here, then you can go and sign up and put a thing in your window, and maybe there's a chance to win prizes or something. But we're still going to have it be free, so everyone can come for free. And we'll see what else we can come up with.
Cool.
Did you come to any of them last
Yeah,
year?
I did last year.
They're fun.
I didn't bring my bike
No,
or anything,
okay.
but maybe I'll have a different one. Oh,
I
that's for a different topic.
I just loved the idea of people just walking around, like pushing a stroller, just
Yeah.
walking down the street, looking at cars, being in our historic downtown, and
There are
it's
some
nice.
neat vehicles in town.
Yeah.
Farmers Market. How do people get a spot? Where is it going to be located? How's
Yeah.
it going this year?
Yeah, so our vendors last year told us that they want to stay where they are. So it will be again in the A to Zinnia parking lot,
Right.
so right on Broadway, and then a portion of First South, that road will be closed. Thursdays, 2:30 to 5:30, Saturdays, 9 to noon. The first date is June 19th, so it'll be
19th.
after that through October 11th, every Thursday and Saturday.
Okay, good.
And so vendors, yes, we're accepting vendors now. You can sign up now, or you can decide on, July 30th that you want to come next week, and that's fine too. So we'll accept anyone anytime throughout the year. You can come once, you can come every week, yeah, no, we're really excited. We also are working on some grants and some other entertainment, and our goal this year is to have one Saturday a month be a bigger deal when it comes to families. So maybe we'll hire a magician or a caricaturist or something to have it more of a family draw. But we're still planning on live music, hopefully every Saturday, and kids activities every Saturday, Thursdays, extra activities, all of that. And we are also going to have the SNAP and EBT, the card reader. We got it late in the season last year, but we're ready to go. So that'll be going the whole season.
And
too.
again, to get a spot in there, how do you do it?
Just contact the chamber.
Just contact the chamber.
That's all you
And
gotta do.
again, that is
Yes, so our website, newulm.com,
Right.
and the farmers market website is newulm.com/farmersmarket,
Okay.
and all your registration forms and everything is right there. Otherwise, just give us a call,
easy to
233
do, easy to get into.
Yeah,
Again, busy time. You're doing great job.
thank you.
Folks, stop by the chamber if you have any questions. It's located on
It is at 1 North Minnesota Street at the corner of Minnesota Street and Center Street.
we've just had a couple at Center and Broadway. It's just
Center and
towards the
Broadway.
river, 1 block.
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Sarah, thank you very much.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Glad to have you. Welcome back to Something Artsy. My next guest is John Kellen. He is the director at the Grand Center for Arts and Culture. John, welcome.
Great, thanks.
I
Glad to
see
be
you
back.
have many things going on. The Four Pillars Gallery, what do you have going on? When does it open and how long will it be available?
Sure. So we have our upcoming youth show. It opens on the 28th of March and goes through April 25th. Some really talented young people from high schools around the area. We've got representation from all of the high schools, so real excited about that. And invite people to come and vote for their favorite art. We've got some generous donations, and so we're going to be giving a prize for the favorite piece in the show. Yep.
It amazes me to see some of the talent the kids have here. Also, just unbelievable. All right, now turn to my love, music. You've got a lot coming up in April. What is first and what is going on?
Yeah, so we have coming up in April, we're welcoming back Lehigh Gertz and her band Leather Souls. She's an amazing multi-instrumentalist. She really plays an amazing fiddle, so we're looking forward to having her back. And then April 11, another favorite, Andrea Lynn,
Yes.
is coming. She always draws a good crowd. Americana, very talented singer-songwriter.
Right.
I'm happy to have her back. And then another popular band, all lined up, the Bachfest Boys Trio. Scott Sparlin and company always bring the house down, so they just have a real fun repertoire that they do. And then the Minnesota Barking Ducks. I have not heard them.
Oh, I have.
But I hear they're really good blues, great blues band. So yep, so that's just for the month. And then we're also speaking of music. I don't know if we mentioned it last time or not. We found out we did book Los Lobos.
I heard.
In conjunction with the State Street Theater.
They will be on this stage,
on
folks.
the stage. Yeah,
And
we're
I've been helping
really
out with sound and light. So
yeah, they're amazing. Yeah, really looking forward to that.
that'll be excellent. Now, remind people about the benefits of an annual membership and what does it cost?
Sure. So the biggest benefit of supporting the Grand is supporting the arts. You're keeping a real treasure in town, and so people oftentimes, well, what do I get for that membership? Well, the memberships are pretty reasonable. Individual membership for the year is $40, $60 for a family membership, and then we also have larger sponsor levels. If someone wants to, if they have a favorite band, they want to bring somebody and sponsor music, they can do that. And there is other benefits. You get discounts on tickets, 10% off in our gift shop, and so there are other tangible financial benefits of it. But I think the biggest thing for me is, we're a 501c3 nonprofit, and so we rely on the generosity of our donors, of our members. And we do have a really great group of people that have been supporting year after year after year, which allows us to do what we do. But I also wanted to mention, our marketing lady also suggested this, is that you don't really have to be a member to come to the Grand.
No.
We would love to have you be a member, but we realize it's not for everybody, and yet we still want to be welcoming to everybody. So,
Right.
yeah.
All
So
right.
there.
Classes, Cellar Press.
Oh my gosh,
How's
yeah,
it going?
we have so many classes. I've taken, I think, now 8 or 9 classes. Anytime that I can partake. We just had a really great broadside class that we did. Coming up, we have just get the name reminder which one's which. So we have a sewn board class where you teaching how to make actually hardbound books. They're really great for somebody who likes to journal or who likes to sketch because they lay flat. And just beautiful papers, and they're almost like little works of art. Rice paper. We have this one happens to be a Japanese silk paper.
Wow.
And so the people get to design and make their own books, and then when they leave the class, they have a really lovely piece of art that they can take home with them. So,
Wow, that is
yeah, we're really
beautiful.
fortunate. We have a lady by the name of Tegan Daly, and I think we'll get her on the show here. But she has her 2 masters in fine arts, one in writing, but also in the book arts.
Wow.
So she's really talented, and plus a really great lineup of other teaching artists that come to the Grand to teach down there.
I have one. You have Charlie Putman coming in for a mono printing.
Oh yeah, I think his class filled up. I wanted to take it, but he's a really popular guy, and it's an interesting type of printing process where you just print one print, whereas like we print in our these are our music schedule, and this is done on a Kluge press, and so we'll print like 1,000 of these on a run, whereas mono printing is designed to do just one.
Okay.
And each one is unique and different, and Charlie has a real way about teaching down there.
Wow, unbelievable. How do you, if they're interested, how do they get in touch? How do they get into it?
Sure.
Classes?
So they can either go on our website and register online, or they can call our office and order over the phone, or they can stop in and register for a class. Either way, try to make it really easy.
And the website is?
Website is www.thegrandnewulm.org.
Okay.
That's our website, and you can look at all of our scheduling, and all the classes and everything are on our website.
Now, painting classes. You have it, I said Tuesday from 1 to 3. Wow.
Yeah, this is new. Well, new, or I should say, it had been done in the past, and then they shifted, and they've come back. So Bernd Hillman is an amazing teacher, instructor, and so they have, he's teaching different types of painting classes, and we have anywhere from 8 to 10 to 12 people every week show up, and he teaches people how to do this technique. It's kind of over my head. Painting isn't one thing that I do, but as a photographer, one of my mentors used to say, "Well, we paint with light." That's my.
I heard
my
that
claim
too.
to-
So
yeah.
for people that don't know, where are you located?
So we're right downtown, historic New Ulm, 210 North Minnesota Street, in the former Grand Hotel building. And yeah, come and visit us anytime. We're open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 4, and then Saturdays from 11 to 4.
That's what I was going to ask. Again, John, busy time, a lot
Yeah.
of things going, and it's just the start of the summer season, so it'll be fun this year.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
we're looking forward to hosting more people. Come down every Friday night. We have live music, we have classes, and we're open during the week to come and check out the gallery.
Excellent.
All right.
Right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Again,
Good to
folks,
be here. Always.
stop in. Welcome back to Something Artsy. My next guest is Amy Johnson from Brown County Historical Society. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Thank you for having me.
All right. I see you have a big lineup of things. Got a book sale fundraiser that's coming up. When is it? What is it?
Yeah, so our book sale fundraiser is in April. It is going to take place April 24th to the 26th. And let's see, so Thursday, which is the 24th, is members only sale.
Okay.
So a benefit of becoming a member is that you get to go a day early at the book sale. So think about that.
Okay.
And then Friday and Saturday is open to the public. So that's that. We actually, again, it's one of our biggest fundraisers of the year, next to the popcorn wagon. And so we do ask for people to donate books. So if you're cleaning out your house, it's spring cleaning time, and you want to get rid of some books, we will put out some tubs in our back parking lot, so behind the museum, kind of between the annex and the museum, and then maybe one out by the old gas pumps that are
Right.
out front. And starting April 1st, people can begin to drop off books, DVDs, and
I was just going to ask,
Puzzles.
What else can
There
they
you
do?
go.
Puzzles, DVDs, and books.
yes,
Sounds
no
good.
encyclopedias, please, or magazines.
Is it volunteer setup then? Or
It is,
Do you
yeah.
need help? You're asking for volunteers.
Right, thank
Okay.
you. So this is a volunteer-run fundraiser, so we're very grateful for our volunteers. They are going to begin setting up on April 8th, and they will set up through the 23rd. It's a huge endeavor. Like our annex building is just a sea of books, and so they take weeks to just sort them, by genre. So you don't have to like sign up or anything like that. You can actually stop by
Okay.
Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 1, they will be there. And that is going to be April 8th to the 23rd. Just stop on by. If you have any questions or you want to confirm, you can always give us a call too.
All
But-
right. Now, Lunch and a Bite of History. I
Yes.
heard that's coming up.
Yep.
Explain what that is and what's going on.
Right. So Lunch and a Bite of History is something that kind of runs for us generally May through October, and it's once a month on a Thursday, sometimes more, but that's what we aim for is once a month, and it's at noon. It's a noon program. Kind of the idea with the lunch thing is it takes place over the lunch hour, so you can, if you can get away from work, you can come listen to a 45-minute presentation with some time for questions and answers at the end. It is free.
Okay.
We aim for 5 programs this year, and I think we might be up to 6, so I'm very much excited about it.
What is the first one?
We're going to kick off on May 15th with Remembering the Rapidan Dam with Rick Pepper. So we generally try to keep focused on Brown County, being the Brown County Historical Society, but sometimes we have to go outside the county to
And it was a
find those
sad
things.
loss that we had there.
Absolutely.
It'd be
So that's
interesting.
what we'll be doing Thursday, May 15th at noon with Rick Pepper, Remembering the Rapidan Dam.
Now, do people need to brown bag it for this? or-
Right.
Okay.
Yep, so we don't provide food. It is a free program. So if you want to, being over the lunch hour, if you want to bring your lunch along, you're more than welcome to do so. It's after, people did it more often prior to COVID, but now since COVID happened, people don't bring lunches often, but people still do. So please, you're welcome to bring your lunch.
Is there any way to RSVP for this?
Yes, we do ask that people, being a free program again, it does fill up We do have a capacity limit in the annex, so if you can just give us a call at the museum, 507-233-2616. We'll put your name down, and then when you show up for that day, we'll welcome you and be very happy to have you.
Have any idea what will be coming up on Talks?
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's see. We're going to talk with Sheriff Seidel, and he's going to talk a little bit about the history of the sheriff's office. We're going to talk about a beard that happens to be in the Smithsonian, which will stay tuned on that one. I need more information myself.
I worked at the brewery, and that sounds interesting. I
Right?
never knew that. Okay.
And then, no, a beard.
Oh,
like
beer. I thought you said
some
beer.
sort of creative beard. And I think Dan Backer is going to be doing that
Okay,
program.
yeah.
And then we are going to have a gentleman, maybe, potentially, Kim Kerrigan, come out from Boston, and he wants to talk to us about the Chicago theater fire and its connection to New Ulm. So that's another one. And then there's a couple others, so hopefully 6.
Wow. Sounds good. Homes by Design.
Yes.
I've heard about this, too.
Yes. So Lisa Besmer last year did a program on some homes of Brown County, and it was very, very popular. And so she's coming back to do another one. This one is called Homes by Design. I think we're actually focusing on a specific architect named Heers, and we're
Okay.
going to look at some Heers homes here in New Ulm, and then also link it to the Oaks House over in Springfield. So we're going to
Okay.
talk about
Wow.
some houses again with Lisa Besmer, and that's also this is going to be a big day, Thursday, May 15th. It's going to be at Turner, so 6 o'clock dinner, and then 7 o'clock is the program. It's $30. Tickets are on sale now, so if you are interested, we've already sold some tickets already. So
Okay, and how do you get those?
you can come into the museum and purchase them, or you can go to the chamber. If you're unavailable to get in, you can also call and pay over the phone, and we can hold those tickets for you as well.
Like nobody knows. Where are you located?
We are located at 2 North Broadway, so at the corner of Broadway and Center.
Exactly.
Big 3-story building.
Beautiful building.
German Renaissance style.
All right. Sounds good. And
Oh, and I also want to thank New Ulm Real Estate for sponsoring this, of Mary Hindley and Lisa Besmer, of course,
Lisa Besmer,
of New Ulm
yes.
Real Estate, for sponsoring our Homes by Design
Lisa
program.
has a big connection with our theater here.
I
so-
know she
all
does.
right.
You were lucky to have her.
Now, Kiesling House.
The Kiesling House.
You have something going on there around Memorial Day,
Yeah,
or
the
Memorial Day
Kiesling
to Labor
House.
Day.
So the
Okay.
Kiesling House is actually owned by the city of New Ulm. The Brown County Historical Society just operates it.
Mm-hmm.
So we open, Memorial Day through Labor Day, Fridays and Saturdays. We are there from 11 to 3. Admission is $3. It is free for members. When you come into the house, you can learn a little bit about the Kieslings, the house itself, 1861 wood-framed house, survived the U.S.-Dakota War. It's got lots of stories to
Wow.
tell. So
Lot
and then
of
there's
history.
a little film upstairs, a little too. So
I haven't seen that. I have to get there.
yeah, it's like 5 minutes.
Now,
maybe.
you mentioned one of the other big things that happens is your popcorn wagon. and
Yes.
it's run by volunteers, correct?
It is a volunteer-run program, and we thank our volunteer coordinator Yvonne Weber, who has been doing this for many years, and her
Okay.
husband Lee,
Lee's
for
wife? Yeah.
organizing all the volunteers. They come down each time. We have 10 appearances of the popcorn wagon. That's what our license provides. But they always come and they take the popcorn wagon out and they bring it back in, treat it with such care. So
Now, if people want to volunteer,
yes,
contact
You-
Ms. Weber.
you can contact her or you
Ron.
can contact me, and I would pass you on to her anyways.
Okay.
But yeah, so volunteers. There's 2 volunteers per shift. The shifts are about 2 hours long, I believe.
Okay.
One person is the customer service professional, and the other one is the popper.
All right. Sounds good. Now, you have a history book club group.
Yes.
That meets when and what's involved?
Yep. That's the first Wednesday of the month. It happens at 7 o'clock. It's about an hour long.
Okay.
We probably have about, I don't know, it varies, probably 6 to 7 to 10 people that come. You don't have to come every time. You can just pick your book and figure out, you don't have, if you're not interested in reading the book, obviously you don't have to come that month. So I've gone like 3 or 4 times. I've attempted to go like 5 or 6 times, but I didn't get the book done. So,
Yeah.
but it's a very welcoming group. So upcoming books that are happening right now, we're going to do in May, The American Prometheus. The Triumph and Tragedy of J. Robert Oppenheimer. So
yeah.
that would be a really interesting one. I might be at that one.
But that sounds excellent. Now, so you don't have to come to every one. If you
No,
just want
you
to
don't.
concentrate on one or two of the books, you can do
Yep.
that.
And this, another thing to note with this one is that, you know, this is something that we appreciate the library very much for. We also have a volunteer coordinator that runs the book group. And so what she has to do is she's got to find books that the library can pull enough
Right.
books from within the system, because you don't have to purchase the book. You can go to the library and they have them pulled aside. So if you go up to the front desk and say you want to read the, you know, selection for the
For the May,
May,
June, whatever.
yep,
yeah.
whatever
Okay,
it is,
yep.
they'll have them there.
Oh,
So
great.
we appreciate that.
Excellent. Now, exhibits. What do you have
Yes.
coming up, and what is there now?
Well, you know, the two permanent exhibits are Becoming Brown County, which is a story of the people and the land. And then the third floor is the U.S.-Dakota War of 1862, and those pretty much those are there, right? And then the second floor is a rotating exhibits.
What do you have now?
Right now we've got the rise and fall of Brown County's flower industry, and that will be going through 2025.
Wow.
And then, you know, it was the 170th anniversary of the founding of New Ulm, so we still have an exhibit up in the center gallery for that one.
Okay.
And that, I think, is only going to be through summer. So come on down now if you want to hear more about that. And then the other one that we have is 170 years of holidays in Brown County. So that one kind of changes a little bit because it's the holidays, right?
Right.
So right now it's changing out to look at some items that we have in the collection from Eid, Easter, just springtime in general.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
yeah.
At the Historical Society, is there an entrance fee for seeing the exhibits? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for adults it's $7,
Okay.
seniors $5, and then children is $4. If you're a member, it's free. So
Okay.
you can come on
Membership
there.
has its benefits.
Membership
always.
has its benefits, and we really appreciate membership. It is one of, you know, our incomes for
And how can
operations.
they contact you?
They can contact me at 507-233-2616.
Okay.
507-233-2616.
Sounds great. Well, you're going to be busy, so I
Right on.
hope, folks, you can get there and see what they have to offer. And I thank you for coming in today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Next is Bree Tarlson, and is it Likey Books or
Luca Books.
Luca
yeah.
Books?
Yep.
I'm-
It's okay.
I know Italian, and that's about it. Anyway, how are you doing? And first off, where are you located so people know?
Yeah, we're located in the heart of downtown New Ulm, so 203 North Minnesota Street,
Right.
right next to 209, across the street from the Grand.
Right.
So the building actually says Ulm Sweet Ulm. It's where a community hub. Luca Books is a store in there.
Okay. How long have you been in business?
We're coming up in a year.
Wow, you're fairly fresh.
Yes.
And is it just books? Anything else you have in there?
We have lots of different things in there. So lots of gift items, but we carry sheet music. We also carry some instruments. So we have ukuleles.
I got into ukulele last year, and I know. So
Yeah. No, we've started some adult classes
Yeah.
and youth, which
Oh,
we
you
talked
have?
about. Yep.
Oh, I have to look into that.
Yeah.
All righty.
It's been great. We have a lot of events coming up
Okay.
that we're excited about. So yeah, the first one, we do a lot of collaborations with other organizations in the community. So Martin Luther College is one of those.
Okay.
They reached out and they got a grant to do a children's theater event. So they are having their play this year, this spring, is Once Upon a Crime, the Trial of Goldilocks.
Okay.
And so that show is happening on Saturday, May 3rd at Martin Luther College.
At the college.
This
Okay.
is actually a pre-event to that.
Okay.
So a couple weeks ahead of time, we are having the characters from the show are going to come do story time readings
Oh, neat.
in character with the stories that they. So each of the characters, Hansel and Gretel, make an appearance. Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. So those characters will actually read their own stories at the store in partnership with some other kids events and things. It'll be very
cool.
fun. So that is on. Of course, I didn't. So that's on Saturday, April 12th,
Okay.
from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
All righty.
Yep.
We have a couple of other things. So another kind of kids event, Earth Day is coming up in April. We have a kids yoga class.
Okay.
And it's more than just yoga. So Kinsey Eckstein from Healing Routines, she practices out of our space, and she has this great class for, little kids, 18 months to about 8 years old.
That's got to be interesting.
So they do yoga, and then they'll come out and they'll do an Earth Day craft, and then also have snacks and treats and kind of a fun way to celebrate.
Yeah. Keep them busy.
So that's on the 16th, April 16th at 4:30 p.m. Also at Ulm Sweet Ulm. And then we also have a pair of authors, very notable authors coming to do events. Both of these are actually off-site, but we're supporting them and wanted to promote because I think they're great for the community.
Okay. So where are they going to be off-site at?
So the first one, William Kent Kruger is coming to the Sleepy Eye Event Center.
Right. We've heard that from one of our other people here.
Great.
So yeah, Kara is getting a group together and going out to Sleepy Eye for that at Cass. So yeah,
Great.
Excellent.
Okay. So that's that one. Then Kalia Yang she is a Hmong author who is renowned. She's won the Minnesota Book Award 4 different times. She's nationally recognized by the National Endowment for the Arts and others. But Martin Luther College is bringing her in as an author speaker coming up in April also. So that's April 24th on a Thursday evening. The time is to be determined. By the time this airs, we'll have this published up on websites and things.
Good.
So, dinner's available for purchase on campus. She's written memoirs, children's books, a variety of different areas, but just a very powerful Minnesota author.
Yeah. Boy. And different perspective on things being Hmong, I guess. So yeah, it would probably be pretty neat. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last thing that I wanted to just put a plug in about, Indie Bookstore Day is coming up at the end of April, and that's also when we're celebrating our 1-year birthday celebration of Ulm Sweet Ulm. And so we're going to have live music all day on that Saturday. That's April 27th.
Okay.
We'll have pop-up shops, so we have a variety of vendors that you'll typically see at farmers markets or other places. We'll have an author panel of local Minnesota authors, drink specials, exclusive items, and giveaways. Just kind of a big party in the store.
Excellent. Yeah, if you've never been in there, it's organized so nicely. The music department I love. I think it's just doing great, but I haven't picked up my ukulele in a while. I should get into that. Well, it sounds exciting. Sounds like you're going to have a good month and a great summer. So I thank you for coming. And folks, all I can say is Something Artsy is brought to you by State Street Theater, I only work here, in conjunction with NewCat, which films this segment every month. I thank them. And thank you for supporting the arts in our community through financial support from Prairie Lakes Arts Council. And without their generous support, like I said, this program would not be possible. Thank you so much for viewing. See you next month. And thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.